the last 2 weeks, I've been busy with something that you guys will really like, hence why I haven't posted on YouTube for a while. But I am back full time with webinars and videos and tutorials on various different ways that you can use to make money online. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you a breakdown on exactly what I've been doing the last 2 weeks so that you can see results like this. I'm going to show you how you can automatically pass evaluation accounts with first-class Forex funds and reach profits like this. My first payout due on my first $500,000 account is over $22,000. On my second account, I am sitting at a total payout of $17,415.19, equating to a total of $39,871.13 this month so far. All of this has been risk-free, simply because when you're trading with a prop firm, you're trading with their capital and not your own. So you've got nothing to lose, because if you close a trading account with your prop firm, you can always restart another valuation and start again, meaning there's less emotions involved, allowing you to focus on making profits on your funded account. You will also receive a 75 to 90% profit share to you, meaning you keep between 75 and 90% of the profits that you make on this prop firm's account. I'm going to show you another open community platform that I've created for you guys, where you can follow my live trades, access my weekly premium analysis where you can form trade ideas from my analysis, a section where you can automatically pass first-class Forex funds, FTMO, my Forex funds, and Rocket 21, your own public trading floor where you can get access to all the pairs and every single other person trading on this group so that you can form ideas and catch on trades with them. My trade recap section consists of videos that I go over in-depth analysis and reasoning behind every single trade that I've taken on this group. I've got another section called testing indicators, where I experiment, test, and play with and find profitable strategies with various different indicators. Twice a week, I upload 2 1-hour-long backtesting sessions going through the market and markup and identifying what the market is going to do in the following weeks and days to come, so that you can formulate more trade ideas to make sure that you remain profitable. In the near future, there will be an entire breakdown of my entire trading system in one formatted step-by-step course that will be included in this Discord server. Every weekend, I'll be hosting live sessions where we pass funded accounts on live stream. I've really made sure that I come back from my YouTube break with a big bang and with as much as value as possible for you guys that have been following me for quite some time. As you know, since day one, YouTube has always been one of my biggest passions, influencing and helping others in various ways that I use to make money online by documenting that same journey on my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new to my YouTube channel, Millionaire Mindset, my name is Jay and I'm a full-time prop firm trader, online entrepreneur, e-commerce, drop servicing, drop shipping, and mostly affiliate marketing content on my YouTube channel. And if you want to get a notification from me every time I upload my latest way that I use to make money online, make sure to go down below to the Millionaire Mindset YouTube channel and subscribe with the red notification bell on so that I can do so. But without further ado, I don't want to waste any more time, and let's dive into today's value-packed video. Step number 1 in getting started with becoming a profitable prop firm trader. There are 2 ways that you can go about this. You can either come over to the prop firm I use called First Class Forex Funds, or if you use my Forex Funds, FTMO, or any other prop firm, or even if you're a new trader, you can come over to any one of these. First Class Forex Funds offers 1-step and 2-step evaluations. Once you've selected one of your accounts, preferably one of the 1-step evaluations, you can come over to the platform that I've created called MillionaireMindsetFunder.com, where we, being a group of us, pass these evaluations for you on First Class Forex Funds. Within 2 to 5 trading days after we've passed your evaluation, First Class Forex Funds will send you an email with your login details to your MetaTrader live account. You can also choose to trade your evaluation account yourself and try pass that yourself with the help of this Discord server, where I post my live trades, all my analysis and recaps, helping you reach profitability on the markets. After you've received your live account, you're now ready to go and trade. I'm going to give you a quick breakdown on how I trade. This might seem a little bit foreign for some of you, as trading does sometimes require quite a bit of technical analysis. However, this is not very difficult to understand, because in the near future, I'm going to be posting a full in-depth tutorial and course in my Discord, which I'm going to give access to you guys at the end of this video. My most common pair that I like to trade is XAU USD Gold. It's always my go-to scalp pair, but this strategy works for any pair, whether you're trading crypto, indices such as NASDAQ or US 30, Forex pairs, or whatever you'd like to. The first thing that I will go and look at is purely 5-minute and 2-minute charts. I scalp gold for small moves. I don't really intraday trade. I don't swing trade. I only scalp gold. And therefore, I look at the 5-minute time frame for a bias of the market. There is one main indicator I use called Smart Money Concepts by Lux Algo. You can come over to indicators and go and search SMC by Lux Algo. Go and add that to your chart and just disable under the style section boxes so it removes all the highlighted demand and supply zones. The only reason I use this tool is to identify change of characters, break of structures, liquidity such as equal highs over here, and instead of just drawing it out yourself. You can draw it out yourself, but the indicator does help a lot. I add my own supply and demand zones. Step number 1 is to zoom out on your chart and get an overall bias of this market on the 5-minute time frame. You'll see over here I've been back testing and forward testing and trading throughout the week, so a lot of my analysis is still here. First thing you want to look for is one of the most simple and common things that traders look for is the trend. Is the market creating higher highs, lower lows, or is it plateaued, just ranging? Right now, gold has been very bullish, creating higher highs since November 2022 last year. So ideally, we want to mostly be looking for long positions. However, you can still sell in a bullish market like I've been doing over here. On Monday, I had more sells than what I had buys. Yesterday, I only had one sell and I was done for the day. And same with Friday. Also, 2 sells and 1 buy. Mostly buys and sells. So it's really been balanced. Once you understand the markets as a trader, you can still make money in a bullish market by selling and vice versa. You can still make money in a bearish market by buying. Markets are manipulated. When a market is bullish, it doesn't mean it's just going up in one straight line. Remember, the market is always making forms of higher highs, lower low. Breaking this high, creating a higher high, making a lower low, unable to break the previous low, making higher highs, and you can still catch sells on the direction towards these lower lows. The second thing I will go and look for after now understanding my trend is the most recent break of structures, change of characters, and supply zones that caused those break of structures. So as you can see over here, we had a perfectly lined demand zone that caused the change of character with an inefficient push, liquidity over here lying just above it. If I highlight this as a liquidity point, meaning this is some kind of double bottom, so a lot of retail are busy buying over here, and as you can see, the market manipulated that and swept them out. However, this market also swept this demand zone, meaning supply is now in control. The supply zone that broke this demand zone was this candle over here, because this was the last candle that formed an inefficient push that has been unmitigated. Why didn't I highlight this zone? Is because this wick over here from this candle came down, mitigated it, and continued lower. So this is actually your most recent unmitigated supply zone that broke this demand zone that pulled all this bearish power into the market. There are 4 main characteristics you need to look for when highlighting supply and demand zones that give them the most strength. Number 1 is it must be unmitigated. Number 2, it must form imbalance or an inefficient push in the market, which is exactly, you'll see over here, this gap between this wick and this wick is what you call imbalance. The market has not fulfilled these gaps. There's another imbalance over here. So this supply zone has formed a lot of imbalance below it. Thirdly, you want liquidity to be building below it. So in order for me to look for sells on the supply zone, I would like to see perhaps double tops forming below it, people and retailers selling on a support line over here, which we can then expect to sweep the support. Now retail is looking to buy on this retest to go long, but understanding smart money concepts and how the banks move the markets and manipulate them, we know we are now looking for sells after the sweep to continue lower, while retail is getting swept out on sells and buys at the same time, and that is exactly how the markets are manipulated. This supply zone would be your most recent change of character zone, because this was the last supply zone that broke the most recent break of structure. Over here up further, we have what you call an extreme supply zone. So we can label this as extreme. The difference between the two is simple. The extreme zone is the original supply zone that caused the massive bearish push that broke all of these lows, created a change of character over here. It broke a second low over here. So this is the original supply zone that formed all of this bearish push, which we can definitely expect to mitigate in the future. So my trade plan for gold would be as the follows. We have a most recent demand zone over here that created a change of character, showing that there's more buying power in the market. Multiple break of structures to the upside. We are now clearing out all of this liquidity, all of these trend lines. This could possibly be a ranging market on a lower time frame, which the market is now busy sweeping, making its way to this demand zone, again forming more liquidity over here, which we can perhaps expect the tap into this demand zone, perhaps a change of character, which we can look for an entry on a smaller time frame demand zone to continue higher. This would be my trade plan for buys if the market doesn't come off the supply zone, and I'd look for TP points at higher supply zones over here. Secondly, I want to go over entry criteria and how to actually highlight these zones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replay the market over here. I'm going to just come back to a random point because I want to keep all of this analysis so I can record it. But let me come over to a random point over here where I haven't really analyzed this market. I don't really know where we are. And let's start off with what's happening. So over here, let's take a look. The first supply zone that I see that caused the change of character and a most recent break of structure over here is this supply zone way up top over here. So we can highlight that. The most recent demand zone that I see that created a break of structure that is unmitigated. Remember, it needs to be unmitigated. Let's take a look at some of these candles here. I would say is this candle here. I won't highlight any of these. This demand is mitigated by this entry. This demand has been mitigated by this wick. So this is the most recent unmitigated demand zone that formed an inefficient push, a break of structure, and is now forming liquidity points just above it. So this can be seen perhaps as a trend line, people looking for longs on these taps. Remember, retail is now entering long positions over here, so we can expect these stop losses to be hit to tap into this demand zone to continue higher. So these would be my two zones that I have marked out. One thing I want you to take note of when highlighting supply and demand zones is if the wicks of the entire candle is bigger than the body. So you'll see over here, this candle has a very small body with massive wicks. So my rule is, and what I will always do is, I will highlight the 50% of this demand zone. I just use a GAN box to highlight the 50% mark, and that is where I will only look for entry confirm. Secondly, I have a second indicator that I use for entry confirm called UT bot alerts, which basically gives you buy and sell signals. So if you click on the settings of UT bot alert, just make sure your key value sensitivity is at 2 and your ATR period is at 1. You can just click on indicators and type UT bot, and it's this one by Quant Nomad. So we can now run and play this market, and let's see where we get an entry. So let's keep playing this market. I'm going to come over to the 2-minute time frame because that is the time frame I use for my entry criteria. And let's see if we get a tap in. All right, so we've tapped into the demand, but we're yet at the 50%, so no entries yet. See, even with this buy, I will not enter because we've not tapped the 50%. Market is still busy ranging. And we have now, what was this, the 50%? Let's just see. No, we're still not at the 50%, so let's keep running this. Okay, so we've now tapped into the 50%. Now the first buy signal that I receive, I will enter. So over here, we've received a buy on this candle, so I will enter over there, stop loss below the low. And our TP points can be either at a 1 to 2 if you want a small scalp, or at the most recent supply. My risk management runs as follows. We have entered at 1871.939. My TP2 will be at 1-to-1 risk to reward. My first take profit will be at 1-to-1. Which is just over there. So we can highlight that as our TP1. B in partials being TP1. Let's just move that back and make that straight. When the market hits this point, my take profit 2 will be between halfway of TP1 and TP3. So this would be again more B in partials. And then obviously full take profit 3 at the supply zone. Once I hit TP1, My 2 other positions will be set to break even stop loss to ensure that this was a profitable trade, and the rest is running risk-free. So let's continue this trade and see where we get to. Okay, TP1 was hit. Let's just put our stop loss at break even, like that. We haven't come back to BE. This wick over here didn't touch our stop loss points, so we're still in on the other 2 positions. Let's keep playing and see where we get to. We've now hit TP2, so that means we've secured take profit 2, which was about 48 pips, which is very nice profits on gold. Let's continue. We're nearly at TP3, and there we go. This trade actually ended up being a full TP3 trade. So over here, same thing again. We could have tapped into the supply zone. Let me just come back over here. We can now record this trade as a full win. So we can type over here +1, full TP3 win. We can now come over to the 2 minutes again. Look for a sell entry. We've now wicked into this supply zone. Although this wick was above the supply zone, it doesn't mean the supply zone broke. This was just a liquidity sweep. If a body or candle forms and closes above the supply zone, then I will consider the supply zone as invalid, as it's now been broke. Meaning there was no entry confirmation, no trade. So let's continue and see if we get another sell. Over here, we've hit our sell, so we can enter on a sell over here. Stop loss above the most recent high. And our TP point, we can look to break this week low. So let's go and run this trade and see where we get to. We nearly hit stop loss, but we're still in this trade. Remember, our TP1 is at 1-to-1 risk to reward, which is over here. So let's highlight this point as our first take profit. Be in partials. TP2 will be in between TP1 and TP3. So let's see how this runs. Still haven't closed. Okay, so we tapped into TP1 and TP2. So we've closed 2 positions. TP3 is at now break even. Let's see. Oof, did that tap BE? Not yet. Let's see. There we go. So this would have come back to break even. So this would have been a TP2 trade, which is perfectly fine. That's still nice profits bagged on this trade, which I would have probably been done for the day. If you're trading with a $100,000 funded account, you would have probably had anywhere between $10,000 and $20,000 returned on just both these trades alone. So I would have definitely have called this a day, and this is exactly how I trade and got to a total payout of $22,415 on my one account, and my second account $17,499, which is a total of nearly $40,000 in just about 3 weeks. There's still another week remaining until my next payout. Every single trade that I take is listed and posted in live time in my trading room on Discord. You'll see over here, I post my markup, my analysis, when I enter with my exact entry points, stop losses, TP1, TP2, and TP3. When I hit TP1, I send an update. Please set your stop loss to break even. All the profits on my first class Forex funds and my Forex funds account. I'll post analysis when I'm looking for entries. When I enter, take profits, and all of my updates on this trade. If you want to get access to this entire Discord community called Millionaire Mindset Funded, I will leave a link down below in the description. It's called whop.com, WHOP.com/Millionaire Mindset Funded, and you'll be able to join the Discord from there. All right, there we go. I managed to get my webcam temporarily working. For some unknown reason, my camera overheats after about 40 minutes and it just shuts down. So I've only got about 40 minutes recording time on my camera before it dies, but that's okay. I've left the access link to the Discord community down in the description below if you want to go and check that out and join me in this trading journey and hopefully making you a profitable full-time pro trader. So that is all in the description down below. It'll be the first link. If you guys have any questions about the Discord, anything I've mentioned in today's video, please come over to instagram.com/J Froneman. I'll leave a link down below in the description as well, and you can send me a message on Instagram. I'm responding to every single message that I'm getting on Instagram, so if you need help, you can chat to me personally over there, and I'll give you advice or answers to any questions that you perhaps have. I'm also going to leave my entire trading playlist on YouTube for you guys on the screen over here with about 20 to 30 videos. If you actually watch the first videos that I've posted, you will see how I started trading about 2 years ago compared to how I trade now, and how my system has totally developed and changed and improved improved over the years. It's actually a very interesting journey to go and watch. So what I recommend is, if you do want to get started, is start off with the Discord. I'll leave that link down below, and the playlist on the screen over here. So make sure to click on this playlist over here, and I'll see you over there.